Hi, good morning to you. This is Annette. It's just about morning. It's almost 11 o'clock here. Thank you for joining me today. And I have some update for you. Um, I'm doing the 48-hour fasting with just liquids. And basically, why I'm doing this is because it's low carb and I'm trying to reduce inflammation in my body, right? So if you look back on my previous videos, I won't rehash that. But yeah, it's working. Is it hard? Yeah. I'm doing low carb, which means I'm doing, try to do 50 grams or less carbs a day. And basically what it is, it's a 48-hour fast with just liquids. Then I refeed with a low carb, ketogenic type eating. What do you call that? Low carb, low protein, and medium fat. I'm not totally on the high fat. I don't know high fat. I'm on the medium fat. So, I have this dogma inside my head that us weight loss people, we were trained not to eat high fat. And I know the science behind it, but I just can't get past it. So I'm on medium fat and low carb, below 50 grams. And I'm watching my carbs. And basically, I'm just doing liquids, right? So, how am I doing liquids? Well, I'm having coffee. And when I say medium fat is what's in the half and half or heavy cream. So because I can't drink black coffee, And then I'm using the stevia, which is this is from Aldi. And if you look on the back, it doesn't have any carbs and it doesn't have any of those. It is a what you call it says sugar, but it doesn't have any carbs in it. And you can find this at Aldi. You can even get it in the packets, but I choose to get it this way. And then I usually add a teaspoon in my coffee. And I usually have a cup like this, 2 cups a day. I'm going out to the garden, so I have a thermos of hot stuff. Going out to the garden later on. It's just about going to be 50 degrees today, so it's going to be nice. And then if I get hungry, because I'm trying to lower my cortisol, because I have high cortisol in the past, so I'm trying to keep that low. I'm trying to keep the stress level down low, because if your stress level goes up, your cortisol goes up, you're going to not lose weight, you're going to hold on to the fat. So I've been working on that, and haven't done any fitness, no fitness. Just relaxing and keeping the stress down. This is totally different than what I've done in the previous past, because I've been really exercising a lot, and I'm in shape, but haven't maybe lost inches. But as far as the scale is concerned, because of the inflammation in my body and the lymphedema, that's what I'm trying to decrease. And really, the fasting, it really is helping. So I'm going to be drinking 50 ounces of water today, and I do drink reverse osmosis. And then I have my chicken broth later on, and this has no carbs. It's kind of a high sodium, and there's no calories in it. I don't think so, 5 calories, but there's no carbs, no sugars, or anything like that. And I'm going to go to the grocery store later on. This is the chicken broth. So I do rotate it through either vegetable broth, or I get mushroom broth, or the chicken broth. I'm not really too keen on beef broth, and they do have the bone broth. I might go get the bone broth, but I'm not. I have to mix that with something else because it doesn't taste good to me. I don't like, but I do like the vegetable broth, the mushroom broth, and I like the chicken broth. So That's just the way I am. You might like the bone broth, and I know it. I know all the science behind the gut and how it is healthy for you. And I do drink the organic. I get usually organic, but when I was at Aldi, they didn't have any of the organic, so I had to get the regular. And that's the cheapest place if you want to buy any kind of broth. Aldi is really the way to go if you want to buy organics. They're the cheapest place. And because I only buy for myself as far as food is concerned, so it's just me. So I don't really, I only spend about $70 a week on food, and that was previous before fasting. So if I'm fasting, what is it? I only eat a refeed once every 2 days, so that cuts out a lot of food. And then I keep the refeed day. I keep that under 1,000 calories because my BMR is under 1,000. Right? So, but the refeed day, I do go a little higher in fats. And how do I go higher in fats? Well, I'm not too keen on animal fat. So what I do is well, as far as fat is like beef or whatever, like that stuff. I usually use either butter or coconut oil, but I've kind of laid down the coconut oil and more so on the butter. I like butter. So, and you can put butter in a lot of things, eggs or whatever, and I'm pretty partial to eggs, organic eggs. And this is just my body. This is my path, and this is my dogma. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a modified thing that I've uncovered from different channels and different keto people and different low carb people and different scientists and stuff, what they say about fasting and stuff like that, and then modify it to how my body likes it, right? Because we're all unique, right? We all have our different metabolisms, and I'm at a certain age group, so all you young people out there, I really can't follow in your category because I'm post-menopause. So believe me, when you have a hormonal shitstorm, there is nothing out there. No medical doctors can help you. If you want to go on the what do you call that? Synthetic hormones, and then they all wind up bloating you up, and yeah, it cures their hot flashes, but then what does it do? It could start some cancer, estrogen cancer. Who wants that, right? So the idea of what do you call that? Apoptosis, fasting helps with that. That's what the science says. But my body is responding to this fasting. Is it easy? No. Is it easy? No, it's not. It's not fun to fast. It's not fun. I'm not really hungry, but if the only thing that when I get hungry is if I go to the grocery store and I stimulate my brain with food. So I have to stay away from regular TV, like commercials, because they know how to get at you psychologically, don't they? They show all that good food and stuff like that. It's all like a mind game, right? So I'm pretty strong-minded. I mean, gosh, when I was at my highest, I was pretty weak. Because the food beast had taken over my brain, because you can't deny it that the food influences your brain, the way you react, like sugar and stuff like that. And you can look back on my channel. I mean, I've done a lot of body hacks since 2012, and I've had a lot of different food plans, right? Well, when I first had my bariatric surgery, what did they recommend? My bariatric surgeon, I'll put you right there. My bariatric surgeon recommended, I'll give you a little body shot here, recommended 80 what was it, 60%, 60 ounces of water, 4 ounces of protein, which was, what was it, 60 to 80 grams of protein a day for bariatrics. This is what for my body. 60 to 80 grams, calories around 1,200, exercise 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day, 7 days a week, minimum, 60 ounces of water, 50 below carbs, and what else? That's it. And vitamins and supplements, you know. And of course they wanted you to buy their bariatric vitamins that cost a lot of money. But I did take the bariatric vitamins for the first year, and then I found my own vitamins, right? So the inflammation is going down. My legs are a lot lighter. They feel a lot lighter anyway. I mean, if you look at my legs, they're a lot lighter, and you know, I never had a problem with my waist, or I never had a big belly. The edema in 2015 came out, and my whole body swelled up. I mean, even my head. I woke up one day and I was like, I looked like the what was it, the man from La Mancha, or one of those gargoyles or whatever. I was swollen. I was swollen from toe to head, or head to toe, however you want to look at it. And I went to doctors, and they kept saying, well, what are you eating? What are you eating? What are you drinking? Excuse me? It was lymphedema. It was, my homocysteine level was triple digits. And so they all know what they do to lymphedema people. Yeah, look on Facebook. It's horrible. And you know how people get lymphedema? Usually they have some kind of cancer, because when they biopsy and they take out your lymph nodes, you blow up. Yeah, well, I didn't have any cancer. Mine was a genetic. I have chronic venous insufficiency, and from my triathlons in the middle of a swim, I didn't know it, but my legs were cramping up, and it was because of the problem, the veins and the arteries were clogged, you know. So, and I'm not about to have any, go to no vascular surgeon and have them mess around with my legs, because I've seen what vascular surgeons do to people's legs in bypass surgery and coronary bypass surgery. Oh my God. That never works, right? They take the saphenous, the big vein that comes out of your leg right here when they do bypass, heart bypass. They either take it out of your mammary gland, or they take it out of your legs. And then they put it in your heart for bypasses, right? Then these people wind up with all kinds of claudications and stuff like that. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I'll try to heal my body as best as I can through Mother Nature, through diet and exercise. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not taking no toxic medications. I'm not doing no toxic operations. Bariatric surgery is the only surgery that I really had, except I had a C-section in 1985, and that's about it, right? 50, going to be 58 years old. So, and I've only been in the hospital twice my life, so I can count my blessings on that one. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get together here, because I'm going to go out to the garden with my friend, meet her at 12 o'clock, and we're just going to mess around out there in the garden and, you know, chit-chat. It's a social thing. We enjoy the garden and meet people out there in the community and do a couple wheelbarrows. I'm going to put some mulch around the outside, because we have a water problem out there. So if you put the mulch on the outside, it kind of if the water comes in the garden, and it kind of gets the moisture gets sopped up by the mulch, you know, by the mulch, because we do have a mulch pile and leaves and stuff like that. If you look at back on my channel, I do show you a picture in my garden what it's going to be like. But I have two gardens. But the one garden is going to have minimum vegetables because I spent too much money last year on that. And then the other garden is going to be filled with sunflowers because I like sunflowers. And we have some bees out there, bees in the garden, because I'm a shed master for one of the sheds, so I have to clean that up a little bit. And then the bee man, he's going to train me to mess around with the bees, right? I don't want to get stung, but he's going to show me how to, going to train how to do the bees, the bee maintenance, because we're going to have another box of bees, and that's to pollinate the flowers out there. So we have about 300 plots out in our community garden where I live, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. So, and it's another part of exercise, right? You get vitamin D, and you socialize, and you get fresh air, and yeah, so, and it's right down the street anyway. I can walk there if I want to ride my bike. So anyway, that's just about 15 minutes, and thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.